Did you know small businesses make up 98% of all businesses in the province? They're the backbone of Alberta's economy. We're sure you know that running a business is hard work. And if you're in business, you definitely know the roadblocks better than anyone. You also know what you need to be successful and what your industry and region need to keep Alberta's economy healthy and strong. But don't you wish you could sometimes talk directly to government and influence the decisions that affect your business and livelihood? Now you can. AlbertaPerspectives.ca is a business insight community that amplifies your voice, giving you the chance to send your best ideas and solutions to government. It's our purpose to know what's on your mind. So Alberta Perspectives was built in partnership with local chambers. Our work begins with listening to our members from across the province and asking the right questions. There's power in numbers with Alberta Perspectives, and it's changing the business landscape in Alberta by providing data-driven insights to our partners and government. We also share information back with you so you can make informed decisions about your business in your sector and region. Alberta Perspectives is elevating the issues that matter to you. It's time to make your voice count. Join AlbertaPerspectives.ca.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Crosby, and I am delighted to be your host and MC tonight for the 2021 Alberta Business Awards of Distinction. Tonight, we recognize leadership in Alberta's flourishing business community. Now, before we get started tonight, we do want to take a moment to acknowledge yesterday's announcement from Cowessess First Nation in Saskatchewan. The discovery of 751 unmarked graves, some of them of children, is difficult to comprehend. We just wanted to say our hearts and thoughts are with Cowessess First Nations and Indigenous peoples across Canada in mourning this terrible loss and discovery. So out of respect for those lost and those who are grieving, we ask now that you join us in a moment of silence. And as we do, please note that number on your screen. That is the 24-hour Indian Residential Schools crisis line. That number there for anyone who may need to reach out, or if you know anyone who needs support. Thank you, everyone. Well, we are here together tonight as a community, and we want to recognize that every nominee tonight has done just such outstanding work. The last year sure hasn't been an easy one, but the focus we saw placed on opportunities was incredibly inspiring. And we want to congratulate all of you and thank you for your continued commitment to business excellence. We'd like to extend our gratitude and acknowledge our partners. This evening, of course, would not be responsible without them, and would not be possible rather without them, and we will be recognizing their contributions throughout the course of the evening. And when we do so, we encourage you to show your appreciation and support and congratulations by commenting in the chat box, and you can do that throughout the event. Speaking of the chat box, if it's the same one that was part of the Ken Cobley pre-show, you may find yourself some bonus dad jokes there. Show your appreciation to Ken there as well for that stellar pre-event. Before we go any further, please allow me to introduce myself. My name's Jennifer Crosby. This very subtle banner here will tell you that I am with Global News, Global Edmonton. I'm an anchor here, a journalist and communicator. One of the things I love best about my job is I get to learn and create something new every day. And I know that's something you as business leaders do as well. I also love to explore this great province with my family and just feel like we are so fortunate. There is so much to be found here. So let's get started. We have a great night of celebration in store for you all, and we'll be giving out 2 great prizes. Finalists, stay tuned for a $100 gift card to a local Alberta business. And at the end of the evening, all of our attendees will be eligible for another $100 gift card. We will have a quick trivia question for that one. Best of luck to everyone. With that, I would like to officially open this evening's proceedings by welcoming the Chair of the Alberta Chambers of Commerce, Rosetta Taylor, to the show.
Good evening, everyone. I'm thrilled to welcome you to tonight's event, the 2021 Alberta Business Awards of Distinction. This is a pretty special one for us. It is our 30th year hosting the ABAD Awards and for celebrating business excellence and leadership in our province. Alberta's businesses enrich our communities with their incredible contributions every day. We're delighted you all could join us tonight as we recognize the achievements of each and every one of this year's finalists. With a great number of nominees, we are recognizing communities from each corner and sector of Alberta. The phenomenal support of local chambers across the province and of our business community partners have made tonight's event possible. So we want to thank them all very deeply. This year we continue our event virtually, keeping our fingers crossed next year we'll all be able to be in person. We would like to acknowledge that this award ceremony is taking place on Treaty 6 land. The relationship among and between businesses, Indigenous communities, and our First Nations people is very important, and we look forward to recognizing excellence in these relationships later this evening. Our lead sponsor tonight is MNP, a fantastic supporter of Alberta business community and the Chamber Network. Huge thank you, MNP. Also a huge thank you to Jennifer Crosby, our wonderful MC tonight. In appreciation of her participation this evening, the ACC, Alberta Chambers of Commerce, will be making a donation to the Alberta Women Entrepreneurs on your behalf. It's an organization that is a nonprofit organization that helps enable women across Alberta to succeed in business. So thank you so much, Jennifer. We will be wrapping up the evening with the Alberta's Best of Business Award, with finalists selected from among all the category finalists. Keep your ears open as we introduce them throughout the evening. Stay tuned until the announcement of this year's distinguished recipient.
Thank you so much, Rosetta, and thank you, MNP, and all of tonight's sponsors for your support, and thank you as well for making that donation to AWE. They really do some incredible work in our province. Now, we know this event could not happen without tremendous support from partners, presenters, nominees, significant others, all who are here with us tonight. So to them, a collective thank you for making this possible. And last but certainly not least, a huge shout out to Infinite Event Services. They are our hosts and facilitators here in Edmonton this evening. They're the ones putting all the nuts and bolts together on this virtual experience, and they're sure doing a great job. If you are an award recipient tonight, congratulations. Now here is the fine print. Please remember to stick around after your acceptance speech so you and I can have a quick conversation about some details, your excitement. We'll share a bit more with everyone watching tonight. Trust me, it'll be fun. Well, we know that business requires heaps of time, energy, and commitment. And for this reason, we celebrate your nominations, we celebrate your awards, we celebrate your successes, and we celebrate your teams. Our hashtag tonight is kind of a fun one. It's ABAD, it's a lot of letters. I think we might have it up on the screen. It's ACCABAD 2021. At first, I thought somebody was pranking me with half the alphabet in there, but there it is in the chat. ACC ABAD 2021. Please tag all your social media posts to help us share the excitement tonight. And of course, the recording of tonight's event will be available soon on the Alberta Business Awards website. So how about we turn to our first award? The Community Attraction Award of Distinction recognizes a business or organization that has had an impact or influence on a community by making that community a more attractive place to work, live, visit, and play. To present the Community Attraction Award of Distinction, please welcome to the show, Bruce Galtz, Chair-elect of Alberta Chambers of Commerce.
Through long-term community engagement, attraction of volunteers or staff participation, these finalists have all promoted the vibrancy, development, and sustainability of their respective communities and regions by promoting cultural activities, tourism, and/or sporting events. The finalists for the 2021 Community Attraction Award of Distinction are and the 2021 Community Attraction Award goes to, from Airdrie Festival of Lights.
I have a crazy crew behind me.
Well, feel free to say something if you'd like.
Thank you. I apologize. We have a really poor connection. Our president turns 50 this weekend. Say thank you so much to the Alberta Chambers. As far as our Little Light Festival goes, we asked a lot of people this past season, our sponsors, our volunteers, our board, and our guests. And to each and every one of them that participated, we thank them from the bottom of our heart. We ran because of them and we were successful because of them. 2020 was not the celebration we had hoped for, so we're already planning a do-over for a take two on 25 glowing years. So again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We're so grateful and excited. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. And I think this is where I come in with a few questions. We'll give it a go with the connection here. So you mentioned that you had a crazy crew behind you and we saw somebody kind of appearing and then disappearing like a mirage. So give us a sense of who's on your team. Who do you call on to pull this thing together, and who would you like to give a shout out to tonight?
Absolutely. So we are a board of directors, 6 of us. There's our president, our vice president, secretary, treasurer, and a few directors. But we're a volunteer-based organization. So we had more than 300 volunteers put in 2,700 hours this year for us to be able to run. And so as a nonprofit, we don't charge admission for people to come. It is open to everyone regardless of financial abilities. And especially this year, it was incredibly important.
Now, part of what your organization does is you support other nonprofits, you give youth a place to have a mentorship. Tell us why you do some of those things.
It's what we were built on 25 years ago. So a group of residents felt that it could be an attraction that gave back to its community. And so we're really pleased that 25 years later, we are still able to do that. And we support a lot of other local groups. We allow them to fundraise through our event and stuff like that. But we do also provide mentorship. We work with those on prison release or work release through some of our local prisons. And it's just a far-reaching, everyone touching kind of an event. So.
And you mentioned you're giving it a go again this winter with your big things that you had planned. I know planning for these big events, doesn't just happen at the last minute. Give us just a glimpse of what we can expect when we can visit you next.
Absolutely. So 2020 should have been 25 glowing years, and obviously it wasn't. We ran lights only. And so everything we couldn't do last year, we're looking forward to celebrating again this year. Santa Claus will be back in the park. We're doing his reindeer are coming to visit us. We've got ice sculptures coming this year. Lots of our local youth groups that will participate. And so something for everyone.
It just sounds awesome. Well, thank you and congratulations to Airdrie Festival of Lights, this year's Community Attraction Award recipient. So this next award, thank you so much. So this next award recognizes a business or organization that embodies leadership excellence in customer service and is successful in improving customer experiences in a measurable and strategic way. This is, of course, the Customer Service Award of Distinction. These nominated organizations don't just talk about customer service as a goal, they walk the walk, placing customer experience and service at the heart of everything they do. So to present the Customer Service Award of Distinction for 2021, please welcome back to the show, Shauna Miller, past chair of the Alberta Chambers of Commerce.
Hi, thank you very much. It's my honor to be here tonight as an entrepreneur in the service industry. It is absolutely my pleasure to be able to recognize excellence in customer service. The finalists for the 2021 Customer Service Awards of Distinction are Halcyon from Calgary, Home Hardware Building Center, Lloydminster, Shoe Solutions, Lethbridge, the Sod Father Sod Supply, Calgary. And the 2021 Customer Service Award of Distinction goes to, from Calgary, the Sod Father Sod Supply.
Wow. Hope you can hear me. What an honor. It was actually truly an honor just to be nominated and be alongside all these just tremendous businesses. I think it was probably a close call. And so I think we all should be really, really proud. Customer service. It's the lifeblood of any business, big or small. And, we like to call ourselves the gold standard in green. And that means a lot to us because that's our goal. Because at the end of the day, customer service is all about appreciation and gratitude, that when a customer is giving you an opportunity to provide a product or a service, that you really, really engage with them. You go the extra mile and are able to really, really show just how much you appreciate and how grateful you are for the opportunity to provide your product or service. And it's obviously boded well for us. This is really a team award because, it's all the hard work of all the fine young men and women that have worked for the Sod Father. And, as I say, we live that gold standard in green. So on behalf of them, thank you so much. And thank you to the Alberta Chamber of Commerce and everybody else involved in this. It's truly humbling, truly inspiring. And we're looking forward to really showing folks just why the Sod Father Sod Supply is the gold standard in green. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations. And let's start right now with a little bit more about the Sod Father. First of all, the name, you must be movie buffs.
Yeah, I was a film studies guy in high school. And as you can see my background, you got to be creative and down to earth and go the extra mile and do that. So we've had a lot of great feedback on the name. And, then you got to walk the walk with the suits and all that. So it's fun time. It's a great time.
Right? You are looking sharp. You spoke so highly of customers taking their business to you, but I mean, anyone who's worked in customer service knows that customers can come in all, let's say, temperaments. Not everybody's an easy customer. Can you share some secrets to great customer service?
I think at the end of the day, it boils down to just on a person-to-person level. I mean, you have to look at it you have to put yourself in their shoes, right? And you have to understand, okay, well, if we do, we don't hit a roadblock, we may hit a detour, and because everybody has adversity and things don't go as planned, and everybody gets disappointed when things don't go exactly as planned, and so how do you manage the emotion and just if you go out of your way to really make the people or the customers feel like you care about their individual issues, I think that goes a really, really long way. And we've just been really successful at that. It's a lot of communication, but it's worth it in the end, right? To leave people satisfied and knowing that you care.
Yeah, from one communicator to another, that is certainly an important thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people did backyard renos when the pandemic began. You couldn't go anywhere, so the demand was really high for services, yard, garden, renovation, that sort of thing. Tell us a little bit about how you met some of the challenges of the last year.
It's one of those things where, with people being stuck at home and yes, undertaking all these projects, because you know what, really your backyard's a backdrop to where your families, you're the memories of where you see your family grow up. And one thing we did was we pivoted to go into e-commerce online. And that really exploded because we were able to really start supplying sod and doing all these great things at a really, really great price, helping people save money. And I got to say, hats off to Manderley Turf. That's the farm that grows the sod. With everybody being at home, I mean, honestly, it was insane how busy it was for people being at home and needing grass, because you don't want your kids, rolling around in dirt or tripping on rocks. They got someone to play soccer or throw the ball around. And so Manderley was so great at keeping up with us, and their sod is so great. And it was just an all around great thing where we were just able to afford a really affordable solution for folks they maybe don't get to go out, but they have that nice, beautiful greenscape at home. And at the end of the day, sod is, no matter how much landscaping you have, if you don't have a really nice, lush lawn, it doesn't frame in your yard really well. So that's really the finishing touches, like a good garnish on a high-end meal.
Well said. Well, thank you and congratulations to the Sod Father Sod Supply Company, this year's Customer Service Award recipient. So a brief pause now to announce our first Best of Business finalist. And the first Best of Business finalist we're going to name tonight is Genesis Center from Calgary. So congratulations to Genesis Center from Calgary, the first finalist. We are turning now to the Diversity Award of Distinction. This is an award given out to a business or organization that demonstrates inclusive hiring and employee development practices by acknowledging and reducing barriers to employment. We all know that this ensures employees, clients, customers, and others are respected and valued as unique individuals. To present this year's Diversity Award of Distinction, you know him, you love him. Please welcome back Ken Cobley, President and CEO of the Alberta Chambers of Commerce.
Well, thanks, Jennifer, and hi. It's always good to see you, Jennifer. And I got to say, I've always enjoyed our chats we've had over the years on Global News. And thank you. Thank you very much for being our MC tonight. The finalists for the 2021 Diversity Award of Distinction are Dow Canada, Fort Saskatchewan. Genesis Center, Calgary. Lloydminster and District Co-op, Lloydminster. The Home Depot, 7036, Medicine Hat. And the 2021 Diversity Award of Distinction goes to, from Calgary, Genesis Center.
Wow, thank you, Ken. Thank you, Jennifer. On behalf of the entire Genesis Center team, what an honor it is to have been chosen as a Diversity Award recipient from the Alberta Business Awards of Distinction. I would like to start off by thanking the Alberta Chamber of Commerce for the selection and acknowledging the whole team that is behind this award and organizing tonight's virtual ceremony. There's so much work that goes into hosting an award night such as this, hours of going through nominations, choosing the finalists, presenting the awards, and all the thankless hours in between. So thank you all. I'd like to congratulate our fellow finalists, Dow Canada from Fort Saskatchewan, Lloydminster and District Co-op, and the Medicine Hat Home Depot. It's just an honor to be beside such amazing organizations who also value diversity as much as we do. Thank you to everyone on the Genesis Center team. Without your hard work and dedication, we simply wouldn't be able to service the community in the many ways that we do. This award is shared by our whole team and is a token of that hard work. The Genesis Center is a unique facility. We hold our values especially high, and we take pride in being a diverse, welcoming, and inclusive space for absolutely everyone. We truly are the hub for the community, urging people in shared celebration, learning, and play. If the global pandemic has reminded us of anything, it's that together we will get through difficult times. Together we are stronger, and together we can do anything. Thank you all so much.
Oh, so well said. Thank you and congratulations. You talked about being a hub, your organization as a hub, and you bring together fitness, culture, sport, community services. What do you think the benefits are of that full service model?
I mean, they're countless, right? We can't even begin to unravel the amount of benefits that we do to our community and everyone that we service. We are in one of the most unique areas of Calgary, the most diverse quadrants of most of Canada. And that we do everything. We've had people come to our facility who have been in this country for 3 days. And they're getting a ride from the airport in a taxi to their host family's house. And the taxi driver says, you know what, you need to go to the Genesis Center. And they arrive and they get not only help with settlement services, but they get to, integrate their family. They get to go and swim in a pool. They get to run at the soccer field. They get to have social and human services, read library books, absolutely everything they need to be. But most importantly, they get to just have organic space where they can meet their neighbors and meet other people of their community. And then they come there for their prayers and they come there for their cultural celebrations, and everything is under one roof right in the center. We are really everybody's living room and the home for all.
That story you tell about the taxi driver saying to the new Canadian, where you really have to go, is so inspiring, because it says that you have people out in the city sharing your story for you. Are those the types of things you hear a lot, that people heard about you from other new Canadians who said, if you want a place that will support and assist you and help you get to know Canada and help Canada get to know you, this is where you want to go?
Absolutely. I would say word of mouth is probably our biggest attraction, right? Everybody, you can't go on the C train and not hear about us and what we're doing. You can't walk down the street. And it's funny, every time I hear someone who's not heard of the Genesis Center or the work we do, they're typically someone who's lived in Calgary for, 40 or 50 years. And I kind of wonder, how do we not, how do you know about us? But, everyone that's new and everyone who needs our services, they find it. It's just awesome.
Well, with this award, a lot more people are going to hear about the good work that you do, and that is a very good thing from the sounds of it. So thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations again to Genesis Center, this year's Diversity Award of Distinction recipient. Well, our next award is the Global Growth Award of Distinction, and it recognizes a business or organization that demonstrates outstanding achievement in exporting products, services, or expertise outside of Canada's borders. So to present the Global Growth Award of Distinction, please welcome to the show from MNP, Steve Ritz, Private Enterprise Service Partner.
The Global Growth Award of Distinction recognizes businesses that have achieved success outside of Canada's borders. As Canada's fastest growing firm and headquartered in Alberta, we at MNP know what it takes to expand into new territories. It's teamwork, determination, and business acumen. We are very proud to sponsor this award category and to support global growth of Alberta businesses, which benefits all Albertans. The finalists for the Global Growth Award of Distinction are Drivewise in Edmonton, PK Sound in Calgary, Sprung Structures in Aldersyde, and Willow Glen Systems in Edmonton. And the award for global growth goes to Willow Glen Systems. We would like to congratulate Willow Glen on this well-earned recognition.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very pleased to be recognized. First, I'd like to thank MNP for sponsoring the event, this category. It's so important for Alberta as our export strength. Also like to congratulate our fellow finalists. If you haven't taken a moment, you should really look at the bios of some of the companies that are exporting from Alberta. It's really quite fun to watch. I've watched DriveWise, Doug, I've watched your company growing through the years. It's been so much fun to watch on things like that. And then, of course, I'd like to thank the Willow Glen team that's helped us grow to be a company that's now exported across 5 countries, with huge export statistics behind that and customer growth on that. So thank you very much.
Well, congratulations. And it's interesting that you talk about reading the bios. I was reading up on your company, and your technology helps move 3 billion metro rail passengers a year. It's just massive. So tell us about choosing to maintain your company base here in Edmonton, even as you grow your global reach.
So yeah, we support companies all over the world, and we work in a space that's the mission critical parts of things. Metro systems, power grids, pipelines, things like that that cannot break. And so we're often asked why, out of Edmonton, why not in some major center? But the flip side of it is the technology sector of Alberta is really strong, and we can operate all over the world. What's better is because of the diverse workforce that we have in Alberta, it allows us to identify and reach into those other sectors and give that extra little personal touch and understanding of what's going on in that space. I would put teams out of Alberta universities up against best in the world anywhere. And that includes the Silicon Valleys of the world and places like that. And so, yeah, Alberta is a great place to build technology sectors. Knowledge-based industries is the 3rd largest driver of our GDP right now. And it is certainly the space that has the most potential for rapid growth in the province. So Alberta is a pretty good place to be doing this.
It's interesting that you say that, because we talk a lot about economic diversification, and we talk about the growth of tech and AI and how we're going to compete on a global scale and where our edge is going to be. With your experience, what do you see as the next frontiers for the sector? Where's the next place where we can really grow and make a difference competitively?
Well, as you mentioned, Alberta's got some true bench strength coming out of our university, which is kind of the kindling, if you will, for innovation and innovative companies. The University of Alberta in particular is ranked in the top 3 in the world in machine learning technologies, behind Carnegie Mellon, but ahead of universities like Stanford and places like that. And so for sure, knowledge-based sorts of systems, things like that are definitely growth areas. But what I would highlight, I think, is technologies that get a chance to kind of, put the seeds in our backyard, learn how to shake them out, solve real problems, here at home, but then turn those into international markets. And it's not just we have to be oil and gas companies, but problems that we start in some of our resident early adopter types of places can be then morphed into other types of technologies. So Willow Glen started in the oil and gas space, but we used that technology we developed there, as you say, to drive. Now we're actually up to 3.7 billion passenger journeys per year around the world on 5 continents, including every province in China right now and places like that. We control the energy supply for the entire country of Singapore. Those technologies started with a root in Alberta, solving real hard problems in Alberta, but then taking those technologies into other places. So, in terms of where Alberta can grow, I think the 2 answers are look to where our universities are strong, places like nanotechnology and lots of those types of sciences. Look to where we can find early adopter customers in Alberta that have really hard problems to solve and need hard problems to be solved. And then look to those technologies to morph into world markets.
All right, thank you very much. And thank you for correcting my number. I was off by 0.7 billion, which is not a small number of rail passengers. So congratulations on even further growth, and congratulations Willow Glen Systems on your Global Growth Award of Distinction. It is so amazing to see the diversity of a business that we have here and what Alberta is sending out to the world. We are going to bring you now our second Best of Business finalist. And the second finalist for tonight is feel like I need a drum roll or something, Home Hardware Building Center in Lloydminster. So remember, folks, we will be announcing the recipient of Alberta's Best of Business as the final award category of the evening. Here is the second finalist. Congratulations, Home Hardware Building Center, Lloydminster. So our next award is the Health and Wellness Award of Distinction. And this award, of course, recognizes a business or organization that demonstrates best practices when it comes to initiatives, programs, and benefits that enhance the physical and the mental health and well-being of its employees and their families, both in and outside the workplace. So to present the Health and Wellness Award of Distinction, I would like to please welcome Alana Kuma, Chamber Relations at Johnson Group and Administrator of Chambers Plan Group Insurance.
At Chambers Plan, we understand what it takes to build a business. It requires hard work, sacrifice, and perseverance. That's why we offer more than just employee benefits. With our value-added features, you can rest easy knowing you have the support you need when you need it most. With Teladoc Health, you have virtual access to doctors from the comfort of your home. This comes included with your Chambers Plan health benefit. Running a business is not always smooth sailing, which is why every Chambers Plan includes business assistance services to help support your business with legal, financial, or HR concerns. Additionally, we offer a fantastic employee assistance program offering confidential counseling support to employees, keeping them engaged, present, and happy in the workplace. Finally, we partner with Payworks to ensure the integration between your benefit plan and payroll is seamless. Don't forget about our easy claim and plan administration through My Benefits. Managing your benefit plan has never been easier. For more information on how we can help your business, visit us at chamberplan.ca and we'll put you in touch with one of our exclusive advisors who will build you a plan that's more than just employee benefits.
Good evening and congratulations to all of tonight's finalists and award recipients. After what's been an incredibly tough year for so many, both personally and professionally, there's no better way to shake off some of that stress and focus on the positive than celebrate the stories of each and every Alberta Business Awards of Distinction nominee. A big thank you to the Alberta Chambers of Commerce team for your commitment to Alberta business and, yet again, bringing us together for a great event. And now, on behalf of Chambers Plan, it's time to announce the finalists for the Health and Wellness Award of Distinction, recognizing a business or organization that demonstrates best practices when it comes to initiatives, programs, and benefits that enhance the physical and mental health and well-being of its employees and their families, both in and outside the workplace. Our team here at Chambers Plan had the privilege of reading through this year's nominations. The commitment to staff, community, self-care, and caring for each other is really and truly an inspiration. To all the nominees, thank you for what you do. Your 4 finalists are Care Pros from Edmonton, Elevation Health from Cold Lake, To the Core Pilates and Nutrition from Lloydminster, and VCA Canada from Calgary. And the winner is To the Core Pilates and Nutrition from Lloydminster. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. All right. So first, I would just like to thank the people that nominated us for this award in the first place. We're so honored that you guys thought of us. Second, I'd like to congratulate the other nominees that were nominated in our category. It's amazing to be surrounded by other businesses that also strive to promote health and wellness within their communities and their staff. You guys are all inspiring. I read through all of the bios of all the companies and it was just amazing to be included in that group. And third, of course, I'd like to thank my staff, my entire Pilates community, the people that surround me on a day-to-day basis. They inspire everything that we do. So my staff, my family, and the community at large. So everybody that surrounds me every single day is my why. They're the people that inspire everything that I do on a daily basis. And we look at health a little differently than most places and most facilities. And so for us, health encompasses all 6 pillars of wellness, and that includes movement, nutrition, social influences, environmental impacts, emotional contributions, and spiritual side of people as well. Each person enters our studio at various places within these 6 pillars. We pride ourselves on meeting clients and staff where they are and developing relationships that are positive, supportive, and non-judgmental. Not everyone is looking to have 6-pack abs. For many people, quality of life is so much more important. So many people believe they can't do things because of injury and pain, but we believe that life's way too short to be filled with appointments, pills, and believing that you can't do things. We strive to change perception and encourage clients to be proactive about their health because they can always do more than they believe that they can. Thank you.
Oh, thank you and congratulations. I'm glad this is kind of a far shot because when they announced that you won and your whole team jumped up, I teared up. So
yeah,
you can just, that's such a lovely feeling to have a team there all together and so happy for each other. So why don't we start talking about your team? This is in part an award for what you do for your employee health. So what are some of those things that you do to really pay attention? You're a health and wellness business, but also to the health of your staff.
Yeah, so my staff are a phenomenal group, first and foremost. So of course, everything we do every single day is based on health and wellness. So my staff have absolutely free reign over our facility. They can use the facility anytime they want, and their family is also welcome to come and join and use the facility anytime too. We, without question, provide days that are just mental health days sometimes for our staff, especially over the last year. It's been incredibly difficult. We transitioned our entire business online in about 24 hours, which was difficult for staff to then have to teach partially online and partially in person online for a long time. And so very often they just needed some extra time to spend with family. We regularly take breaks where we actually close the entire business so the entire staff can take time and spend time with their families. Our hours are regulated actually so that all of our staff provide time or have time with their families too. And basically the entire business was structured around my family. So we really value the importance of not just spending time with family, but also being able to look after the health and wellness of your own family too.
Speaking of health, I was really glad you said the thing about 6-pack abs and not everybody needs to have some, because then I felt myself just relax a little bit because I'm one of those people who got through the pandemic with lots of chips. But
you're not alone.
There's a lot of us out there. This is a waist up shot for a reason. But in all seriousness, it feels like we did really start to talk about health differently in the pandemic, more attention than ever to mental health, more attention than ever to getting out in nature. Are there some things that you learned through this really difficult time and what happened forward with you?
So it was actually quite surprising for us how little we really changed what we do. And what we found is that a lot of businesses actually started doing more of what we've done for years. And so we've always promoted, and the structure of our business has always been that when we have our very short summers, we encourage people to get outside and get fresh air and spend less time actually within our business walls and more time outside with their families and more time outside absorbing that vitamin D and getting that fresh air. We encourage people to do grounding and all those things. So that aspect of business didn't really change an awful lot for us. But what we did notice is that more and more people were talking about those things. And that was really neat. That was just an amazing part of this, is that people really started to understand that there's more to health than just going to the doctor, taking pills and treating symptoms. It was much more about how can I be preventative and look after myself now so that in the future I don't have these issues happen.
Well said. Well, we'll let you get back to celebrating with your team. Congratulations and thank you to the Core Pilates and Nutrition, the 2021 recipient of the Health and Wellness Award of Distinction. Well, our next award is the Indigenous Award of Distinction, and this recognizes a business or organization that demonstrates outstanding business achievement by incorporating Indigenous cultural concepts and community engagement into their organizational strategies, practices, and processes. So to present the Indigenous Award of Distinction, please welcome Cliff Dim, Community Relations Manager with Syncrude.
Hello, I'm pleased to represent Syncrude Canada as we honor excellence in Alberta's Indigenous business community. For more than 4 decades now, our company has worked hard to ensure that Indigenous people share in the opportunities created by our oil sands operation. In fact, our employment streams, our supply chain, and the education and training programs we support, these all serve to help Indigenous people and communities meet their needs and grow their success. And this award serves to honor Indigenous-owned businesses for their hard-won achievements and best practices. I understand the judging committee found there was a high quality of entries in this category. Every nominated business demonstrated excellence by incorporating intercultural relations and Indigenous values into their organizational culture and business practices. They also provided value-added benefits to Indigenous communities and individuals, including economic development, employment and training, and community engagement. So here are the finalists for the Indigenous Award of Distinction. From Grand Prairie, Grant Berg Gallery. From Calgary, Strike Group. Also from Calgary, Taza Development. And from Edmonton, True North Value Solutions. The Indigenous Award of Distinction goes to Strike Group. So congratulations to everyone at Strike Group on your well-deserved recognition.
Well, firstly, I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce, Alberta Chamber of Commerce, and the Alberta for creating the category for companies to be nominated for Indigenous Award of Distinction. And I'd like to recognize fellow nominees in this category. We're really honored to have won this Indigenous Award of Distinction. And Strike, for those of you who may not know, is an employee and management-owned company, private company, headquartered here in Alberta, operating in 22 locations around Western Canada with about 1,000 employees, offering construction and maintenance services. So we're in many communities around the province. We've been working diligently to educate our employees and build respectful Indigenous relations. We feel that we have a responsibility to ensure our employees are trained with a fundamental level of competency around Indigenous culture to help develop and preserve positive relations with Indigenous peoples, businesses, and communities. There's 4 guiding principles I'd just like to note that we operate under in this Indigenous relations and community affairs, and that's respect and trust. Number 2 is engagement and inclusion and cultural awareness. And finally, communication and collaboration. And those are the principles that guide us in our management efforts in this area. We have some things Strike has done. We have an Indigenous awareness course as part of our orientation for all employees. And that's everybody who works for us when they join the company. We bring in Indigenous speakers when we have employee and management conferences to speak and educate us on Indigenous relations and affairs. We've created an Indigenous Relations Committee a few years ago to assist us and to help us engage with several bands and First Nations in Western Canada. And then we have Indigenous scholarship program that we give out $1,000 and $2,000 scholarships to Indigenous students pursuing post-secondary and trade school. That's a few of the things that we do. It's our hope that by sharing the actions we've implemented, we can inspire more businesses to follow suit and continue building meaningful relationships with the Indigenous communities in and around Alberta. We'd like to thank our leadership team for setting the tone, our employees for their willingness to learn. I'd also like to just recognize Cascade Projects and Ballard Consulting for advising us in our community relations and Indigenous relations endeavors. And finally, but not least, I'd like to thank the Alberta Chambers of Commerce and the Alberta Business Awards for this opportunity to share our efforts. Thank you very much.
Well, and thank you and congratulations. And you gave us a good sense of the width and the breadth of some of the things that you're doing when it comes to Indigenous relations and educating your employees. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit more about, when you're on a project, part of what you do is you build meaningful relationships. You reach out looking for qualified workers from local communities. You really seek out those opportunities to work together. What kind of successes have you seen from those practices?
Well, that's a really good question. And as I noted, we're in 22 locations, but we work remotely in other areas of Western Canada and particularly Northern Alberta. So long before we do a project in a certain area, we start to build relations with the local community and to get ready for hiring both individuals and companies, Indigenous and non-Indigenous in the community. So we start that before some of the larger projects that we work on remotely. We have had really good success in hiring Indigenous folks from the communities we work in. We had, for example, $20 million of Indigenous work partners doing work for us last year on our project. So that's a dollar volume, but it's a significant amount of partnering we do. And so we're really pleased with the efforts of our employees and the inroads we've made over the last several years and building our reputation as a solid business partner in these communities that we work in.
Some of the initiatives that you have in place, the scholarships, the training programs for your employees, bringing in Indigenous speakers, those are not things that every company does. So what would you say to other business owners and leaders who are joining us tonight who are thinking maybe it's time to incorporate some of those practices? What would your words of advice to them be on how to get started?
Well, I think you got to start with small steps. Number one, you don't have to do everything all at once and check all the boxes all at once. You need to take one thing at a time. But it's important to recognize that this can only help your business and help your reputation in the community by doing these things. And so if you're not doing it, I would suggest you start in a small way, whether it's hiring or partnering or subcontracting or supporting the communities in whatever ways that you see fit, but start to build a reputation, start to build a relationship in these communities, and it will only help your business and your people. When we go into a community, we're looked at quite favorably, and the Indigenous communities that we've worked with all speak very highly of our business, because I think we've been fair and we treat people as we'd like to be treated.
Yeah, that's the best phrase of advice right there. Well, congratulations and thank you so much.
Can I say one thing about the sod father?
Yes, sure.
Jason Dyler commented there earlier, and you don't hear this very often, but he mentioned they go the extra mile. And I know it sounds simple. It's not said often enough, but the extra mile is never crowded. And if you go the extra mile, like the sod father, I would expect he's a top decile performer in his industry. But that's not a bad little motto to have either, is going the extra mile, because I don't think it is truly that crowded.
It's never that crowded. I love that. Thank you so much. Inspiring words of advice from Alberta business leaders tonight. This is excellent. And congratulations again to Strike Group, the 2021 recipient of the Indigenous Award of Distinction. Well, every year at the Alberta Business Awards of Distinction, we acknowledge some truly remarkable individuals who all deserve recognition with outstanding stories of commitment to business excellence and dedication to their communities. We would like to give them some recognition, well-deserved, and please feel free to chime in the chat box with a virtual round of applause. I noticed many of you saluting your fellow nominees and award winners there already. So let's get together and acknowledge our Alberta Business Awards of Distinction partners. We would like to, of course, salute MMP, Post Media Solutions, Syncrude, Chamber Plan, Chartered Professional Accountants of Alberta, and Alberta Chambers of Commerce. We would also like to acknowledge our promotional partners, the good folks at the Edmonton Journal, the Calgary Herald, and the Calgary Sun. And our in-kind partner tonight is Infinite Event Services, making sure you can see and hear everything. Thank you to all of our wonderful partners for making tonight's celebration possible. Now, before we turn to our next award, it is time to reveal one more finalist in the Alberta's Best of Business Awards. And this finalist is from Canmore, Rusticana Grocery, your corner store with more. Congratulations to all the finalists so far, and we're so excited to see who the recipient is this year. Well, the next award is the Leading Edge Award of Distinction. This recognizes a business or organization that's developed a process, product, or service that's original and is directly contributing to profitability and or market share. So to present the Leading Edge Award of Distinction, please welcome from MMP, Jillian Murdoch, partner and regional technology, media, and telecommunications leader.
Need is often a catalyst for innovation, but it takes vision to anticipate opportunities and grit to make them marketable as new products or services. As an entrepreneurial firm, M&P works hard at being an innovator in our industry, and that's why the Leading Edge Award was a category we could relate to. The finalists in the Leading Edge category have all been innovative within their industries too. And the finalists are Livestock Water Recycling in Calgary, Growing Greener Innovations in Edmonton, Cadoodle TV in Calgary, and Kineticence in Medicine Hat. And the winner is Kineticence. We would like to congratulate Kineticence for the well-deserved recognition.
Wow, what an absolute honor to be the recipient of this award and to represent Medicine Hat in the southeast corner. We want to thank the Chamber of Commerce, the Medicine Hat Chamber of Commerce as well too. Alberta Innovates, the NRC, Mars, the University of Alberta for your continued support. More importantly, you know, me and my co-founder David Schneier would like to thank our families. You really are our rocks. As entrepreneurs, we know our dream of this company would have never come true without your love and support. So thank you for your tireless support and everything to us.
And congratulations. So Kineticence, your website says you are the makers of the world's first, I have to read this to get it right, patented markerless motion capture analysis system. So that's really sciencey, but if I am getting it correct for everybody, I had to think about this a few times. There's a reason I'm in broadcasting, but basically you allow practitioners to capture a client's range of motion, and you can do that in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest problems that we see in in clinics is that some of the issues with concussion assessment, rehabilitation, gait analysis, even geriatric risk of fall. A lot of times practitioners simply have to eyeball their assessments and they don't have the tools to get biomechanical data like we would see in some of the lab settings, like our university settings. So About 6 years ago, my co-founder, David Schneier, who's on here, congrats, David. We came up with the idea to try to solve this issue, and using a single small little sensor attached to a laptop, we wrote some software that allowed us to not only analyze human biomechanics, but give immediate feedback to the practitioner, to the patient, and be able to track them and actually be able to triage them into either rehabilitation or some kind of other care. It's crazy. Just one example. It's a crazy stat. Over the age of 65, if someone has a fall, which is very, very common, and fractures their hip, over 50% of these people die within 1 year. It's just an incredible stat. And so we have a technology, that's one of the modules that we have, where we can actually assess that, catch it early, take that person through the appropriate rehab, and potentially prevent that injury.
Wow, that's incredible. It's so amazing, that technology. And there you are in Medicine Hat. You gave a shout out to Medicine Hat. From there, how far is your reach? Tell us about some of the organizations you're working with.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of naturally grown over the last 6 years. And just even in the last 2 weeks, we had a call with the US Department of Defense. We had a call with the US Pentagon. We have groups such as the Mayo Clinic, the Cleveland Clinic using our system. So our reach is starting to become global, and we have, our software is translated in 7 different languages now, and reaching all the way to China even. So it's been just a great journey.
And briefly before I let you go, you are staying very local as well. You're working on something for rural healthcare.
Yeah, exactly. One of the solutions, actually, this is with the University of Alberta Biomechanics Lab, is development of a robot system where we can put these robots in rural communities that are really underserved. So as we know, in these communities, they sometimes lack physiotherapists, they sometimes lack medical doctors, and we're able to, with this robot system, allow for practitioners and specialists in Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer, some of the bigger centers, to access these patients and give them very high quality of assessment through a telerehab means.
Very cool. Well, congratulations again to yourself and David.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Congratulations, Canada Sends, recipient of the 2021 Leading Edge Award of Distinction. Congratulations to all the winners so far. We are just surrounded by quite the entrepreneurial spirit tonight. I'm going to introduce the presenter of the Marketing Award of Distinction. As noted, that is our next award. It recognizes a business or organization, of course, that develops and implements successful marketing strategies that have a demonstrable impact on business outcomes. So to line us up for that award, please welcome from Post Media Solutions, Laurel Linnell, Integrated Sales Manager.
What if one company could help you connect all the pieces of your business? Maybe you need a website. Maybe you want to improve your online presence or share your business's story. Maybe you're looking to reach a huge audience across multiple platforms, or maybe you just want to target the right audience at the right time. Whether you're a small to medium-sized business, a large organization, or an advertising agency, Post Media offers full-service solutions for all your advertising needs. Contact us to see how we can help you connect all the pieces of your business today.
Media is proud to be a longtime sponsor of the Marketing Award for the Alberta Business of Distinction Awards, supporting the success of local businesses in Alberta. The Marketing Award of Distinction recognizes a business or organization that develops and implements successful marketing strategies that have a demonstrable impact on business outcomes. Our goals as a company are very closely aligned with this category. As a complete print and digital media solution provider, we take particular interest in comprehensive marketing programs like the ones that were submitted for this award. The finalists for the Marketing Award of Distinction are Bolin Imaging from Medicine Hat, Canadian Gun Hub Inc. from Dunmore, Honey Bunny Inc. from Guy, and Radical from Calgary. The winner of the Marketing Award of Distinction is Radical of Calgary. Congratulations from Post Media.
It's me again. Do we have someone from Radical here? I'm not sure if we do. I had all kinds of, let's see, I'm just hopping into the chat for just a second. We do not. Okay. So what can I tell you about Radical in terms of marketing? What I learned when I was looking into all of the nominees for tonight. Their website, they deal in emissions management and reduction, the carbon market, topics that are quite serious and quite technical. But their website and their marketing seems to be rather cheeky. And so I was curious about the strategy around that, and that could have something to do with the win tonight. So congratulations to all of the nominees and everyone who's worked so hard in this space. It really became difficult in 2021 to get your message out when you were busy pivoting and keeping your business going. So congratulations again to Radical for the Marketing Award of Distinction. The next award is the Mentorship Award of Distinction, and it recognizes a business or organization that demonstrates a long-term commitment to mentoring by supporting, encouraging, promoting education, also looking at professional and personal development through a distinct strategy or program. So to introduce the finalists for the Mentorship Award of Distinction, we would like to welcome Jody McFadden, second Vice Chair of the Alberta Chambers of Commerce, to the show.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce the finalists, and I'm very excited to be presenting the Mentorship Award on behalf of the Alberta Chambers of Commerce. Mentorship is an incredibly important component of the Alberta Chamber Network, encompassing volunteers, staff, and chamber members themselves. The benefits of being involved on both ends of the mentoring relationship are simply amazing. It really is impossible to quantify the value and influence a positive mentor can have in your life and career. The finalists in this category are committed to developing the next generation of Alberta's leaders with their organizations and communities. This year's finalists for 2021 Mentorship Award of Distinction are Bethune Oriental Medicine Center from Edmonton, Masterpiece Southland Meadows Medicine Hat, Ready Enterprises Society Medicine Hat, and YMCA of Medicine Hat. And this year we actually have two 2021 Mentorship Award of Distinction winners from Medicine Hat, Masterpiece Southland Meadows. And then also we've got Medicine Hat, YMCA of Medicine Hat.
Let's connect your phone.
No way.
Are you Hi. Hi.
Hi.
So we're actually at a team building competition with all of our managers. So I am dressed up as Tiger King. So I apologize for the costume. They also brought Carol Baskin in, and I don't know how we're going to work through our stuff, but they told us that we have to play and work nice, and we are so incredibly proud of our family, our employees, our families that support us when we had to go through this pandemic. And we could not be here without Tim and Maria Garforth Bless.
Thank you so much.
Their vision has allowed us to really bring hospitality to healthcare and to give that mentorship to all of our staff and anyone coming into our building. It's just incredible. I'm so happy you put us on a team building excursion, and I do apologize. This is not how we generally look. This is one of our therapy dogs. So we have therapy dogs on site as well. It's a bit of a gong show around here. We are in the woods, so I hope you can bear with us. And we are just so proud of our employees, our managers, our residents, our families, their families. Everyone has stuck together through thick and thin and given 200%. And without them, we truly could not have made it through this pandemic without them.
Thank you for your inspiration.
Oh my
And thank you
goodness.
to competitors.
This is so fun. Okay, so we're gonna have a quick chat with you guys before we hear from the YMCA. Thank you for taking time out from the Tiger King Olympic Games or whatever is happening there. If you can hear me, I think you've got
you now. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You got a lot going on. Tell us if, oh, hello. and
Bye.
it's
Sorry.
a completely different person
Like I
now.
said, it was a costume competition.
Well, I hope you win. Double winners all around tonight. Tell us a little bit about mentorship. I mean, you're obviously a team that has fun together. How does mentorship fit in all of that?
I think our team has set the highest bar for fun just within our company and within our employees and for our residents. We have set the standards of what is to be expected to deliver to our residents to keep them happy, healthy, and not feeling isolated during this whole time. We continue to just keep providing happiness and that spirit to thrive and survive and build through all of this.
Okay, I have to ask because I feel like people are going to be wondering, what exactly kind of team building exercise is this?
So we have a hat costume competition.
Okay.
And so actually myself and the recreation manager came as Tiger King and Carol Baskin to resolve our differences. And our owner here, Tim Garforth Bless, we actually did him up a special hat just for him. And it has gone over as a hit. He just celebrated his 60th birthday. So we got him a bunch of old fart hats just to celebrate.
As one does. Well, congratulations. We'll let you get back to it. Even more to celebrate, and happy birthday to Tim. Folks,
thanks so much.
Thank you and congratulations. Oh, we are seeing so many different kinds of businesses tonight. This is so fun. Let's hear now from YMCA of Medicine Hat, our other winner in this category.
Hi, thank you so much. We're so excited to share the stage with our friends over at Masterpiece and Medicine Hat. We've been a large charity in the community for over 60 years with a really unique social enterprise model. And that business model is what allows us to really meet the needs of the community in different ways. We've got a young workforce, a growing workforce, and mentorship is very crucial to the way that we build our workplace culture, and we're very committed to that.
I'm wondering what the Medicine Hat secret is. You know, there are two winners in this category tonight, both from Medicine Hat. Tell us, you know, those of us who aren't in Medicine Hat, tell us a little bit more about that community spirit and where that might fit into mentoring.
Well, it's the sunniest place in Alberta, so maybe that has something to do with it. We also have a wonderful local chamber here in Medicine Hat with Lisa and her team. But together, I think that as a community, I mean, we come together and do what needs to be done to support each other. We're a small size city, and that gives us familiarity with each other and a willingness to help each other out.
We did see a lot of programs, you know, including youth programs, health and wellness programs put on hold due to the pandemic. What are you most looking forward to as things, you know, return to normal, as we so often say? What are you looking forward to getting back to in the mentorship space?
Well, really, I think we've got all of our staff back now from temporary layoffs, which was step number one. And now we're ready to welcome back all of our members, all of the kids that participate in our various programs, childcare families, day campers this summer. That's a big thing in our employment services. So now that we're back, we're ready to bring the community back in so we can provide services for them.
Yeah, I bet. When this is over, are you going to go join the hat costume party?
I should. I'm not in Medicine Hat tonight, but I wish I was. It looks like fun.
Oh my gosh, what timing. Well, congratulations and thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations again to Masterpiece Southland Meadows and YMCA Medicine Hat, both recipients of the Mentorship Award of Distinction. So this next category is the Newcomer Entrepreneur Award of Distinction, and it recognizes the business success of individuals who were born outside of Canada and now call Alberta home. And this award honors the work and efforts of newcomer entrepreneurs who've overcome unique challenges and gone on to build successful organizations in Alberta, and they're making meaningful contributions to the Alberta economy. to present the Newcomer Entrepreneur Award of Distinction. Please welcome back Bruce Galtz, Chair-elect of Alberta Chambers of Commerce.
Thank you. Starting a new business is never easy. It can be even harder for a newcomer. Alberta's economy was built with the hard work and enterprising attitude of many entrepreneurs from around the globe who came to Alberta to build businesses and contribute to our communities. The finalists for the 2021 Newcomer Entrepreneur are Bulk Buy Wholesale, Edmonton; Canajan Inc., Edmonton; and Great Adventures Active Learning Center, Lethbridge. The 2021 Newcomer Award of Distinction goes to, from Edmonton, Bulk Buy Wholesale.
Oh my God. Hi. I'm not expecting this actually. I am so extremely honored and humbled that we could be receiving this kind of award. I don't know, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm so honored. Years ago, we opened our door in 2019, and we had the intention to bring low-cost groceries in terms of produce, local grown produce from all over Canada to Edmonton, and sell them at a fraction cost of what we get at big retail store, because we notice is a problem in our community, in immigrant community, that we struggle with getting affordable groceries, and we have a diet as well in terms of ethnic food. So we decided to look for ways, innovative ways to bring in affordable groceries to people that in our community. And that's why we founded Bulk Buy Wholesale. And it's been awesome. You know, in this community, we've been shown so much love. We're so small. We started just myself, my husband, Ido, my son was 11 years old, was doing the cash, and we're working full-time. At the same time, we had to run a business. But now we look back and we say, thank you so much to Edmonton. Thank you, Alberta Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, ABAD Awards. We're really, really grateful because we never knew we could get to this point. Right now, we have about 4 full-time staff and ourselves as well on payroll, and we're just 2 years old. So we are grateful that you nominated us for this award. We thank you so much. We've been able to give back to our community. We've been able to save up to 400,000 pounds of food that would have go to food waste, that would have go to landfill. We've been able to save them in our store that we're able to sell for cheap, or sometimes we donate them and give them to our our community members. So thank you so much. We're really grateful for this award. It's something that we never expected, but we're so grateful. Thank you.
Oh, and congratulations. It's so great to hear your excitement and how you've grown your business. Your website says you started your business in your garage. So tell us about how it felt to take those first brave steps to start a business. You know, I don't have an office, I don't have whatever, I'm just going to start this in my own garage.
Well, I've always been an entrepreneur. There's never been a time in my adult life I've not been doing something or making something or creating something. So, immigrating here in 2015, my goal is to have a business. And so in 2016, I started looking around for what to do. And that was one thing that stood out for me that I could do. And then I said, well, we need to start small, the best way we can. And then we started getting produce from farmers all over the country. They bring it from BC, from Ontario. And then we only sell during the summer period when the weather is good. And then we stopped, and then it became a seasonal thing for us. But we started having people asking us for different things, you know, chicken, poultry, meat. So we know we had to take a step and just make it grow from there. And that's how we opened our door in 2019.
So part of your business, you mentioned, you know, different diets, and you offer products, you know, East and West African foods, filling a niche in the market. How has the reaction been when people discover they can come to you and get products that maybe they couldn't find other places?
I'm sorry right now, I guess it's my connection, my video is gone. Yeah, we just don't do African food alone, but our business concept is from ethnic foods. So we bring food from different parts of Africa to Edmonton, so that people that live in Edmonton that come from those cultural backgrounds will still have a feel of home and enjoy food from, you know, growing up, something that is part of your childhood memory that you're able to get it where you live currently. So you could make Edmonton your permanent home. So that's basically our goal.
Well, that's wonderful. And we are so glad that you have made Edmonton home. Congratulations and thank you again. That is the Newcomer Entrepreneur Award of Distinction recipients this year, bulk buy wholesale. Congratulations. The Small Business Award of Distinction recognizes, of course, a small business, which best reflects the outstanding spirit and success of Alberta's small business community and demonstrates significant achievement and community involvement. This award is made possible by the Chartered Professional Accountants of Alberta. They are huge supporters of these awards every year. We know accountants are vital to small businesses. They support organizations and operations behind the scenes. They solve problems we didn't know that we even had in ways we don't understand. Every year at tax time, they personally keep the peace in my own household. So cheers to Alberta's accountants. And please welcome to the show this year to present the finalist and recipient from CPA Alberta, Mr. Daryl Jones, Board Chair.
It is my pleasure to represent CPA Alberta and the more than 30,000 Chartered Professional Accountants, or CPAs, across the province at the Alberta Business Awards of Distinction. CPA Alberta is proud to sponsor the Small Business Award and to celebrate exceptional businesses here in Alberta. Alberta CPAs are an integral part of local businesses. In fact, many of the province's CPAs are business owners themselves. Some own accounting firms, some own businesses far removed from traditional accounting, but we all understand the importance of small businesses. These organizations have a positive impact on the economy, the environment, and the communities in which we thrive and live. In recent years, and certainly in the last year or so, Alberta's businesses have proven they have what it takes to be agile and adaptable when the future looks uncertain. It's been a long road, but I'm hopeful we're beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. As the province begins to reopen and recover, the business landscape will look different, but I have no doubt that Alberta businesses will be at the forefront of helping our province flourish. They will do so by continuing to do what they do best, pushing forward in the face of adversity and finding ways to thrive, giving back to their communities and contributing to a stronger Alberta. Of course, Alberta CPAs will continue to support them during these uncertain times with the right financial and strategic insight. Thank you for the opportunity to be part of such an important event, and congratulations to all of tonight's winners, especially the recipient of the Small Business Award sponsored by CPA Alberta. It's now my pleasure to announce the finalists for the Small Business Award of Distinction. They are BioClean Disaster Services from Lloydminster, Insight Psychological Inc. from Edmonton, JA Building Services from Hillcrest Mines, and Rusticana Grocery from Canmore. And the winner is Rusticana Grocery from Canmore. Congratulations, Rusticana, for the well-deserved recognition.
And thank you, Daryl Jones and CPA Alberta. It's no Rusticana, you're just stuck with me. I'm told that they are not on the call tonight, but something I found out when I was researching the nominees, a really neat thing that they do if you're headed to Canmore, and seeing as they don't get a chance to speak tonight, I'll give them this shout out. You can order ahead a local starter kit to pick up or have delivered to your hotel when you arrive in Canmore. So just kind of a neat extra value added thing that they do as a small grocery store. They also work to stock a lot of local products, and they consider those people partners. So a couple of things about the winner of that category in the Small Business Award of Distinction. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, our final finalist for Alberta's Best of Business is We Wild Ones from Calgary. That is the final finalist in Alberta's Best of Business, We Wild Ones. So our next award recognizes female entrepreneurs for outstanding achievement in business and for being positive role models within their communities. To present the Women Entrepreneur Award of Distinction, please welcome to the show from MMP, Allison Pearl, partner.
As a firm committed to creating an environment that recognizes excellence, MNP is proud to sponsor the Women's Entrepreneur Award of Distinction category. Supporting and empowering positive role models is critical to our culture as a firm and to the business world in general. The finalists for the Women's Entrepreneur Award of Distinction are Brightwire Leadership in Calgary, Growing Greener Innovations in Edmonton, The Upside in Calgary, and Jacek Chocolate Couture in Sherwood Park. And the award goes to Growing Greener Innovations. We would like to congratulate Growing Greener Innovations on this well-deserved recognition.
Well, it's definitely a bit of a surprise and a very pleasant one to have won this award, especially among such incredible women doing incredible work. Those are definitely businesses that I've certainly heard of, and I'm sure many of you have as well. I think it is not a surprise that there are some unique challenges that come with being a woman entrepreneur, particularly a woman entrepreneur in deep tech manufacturing. But those challenges are what makes the success sweeter. And bonus, there is never a lineup in the women's washroom. Glad you appreciate that, Jennifer. I have to say that I don't think I could have won this award without the incredible support of my wife and 3 kids and my parents, who don't understand my technology, but they believe in me. So thank you very much for the award, and thank you to them.
Thank you, Connie, and congratulations. And it's nice to see you again. I've had the good fortune of interviewing you before because you really have done some great things in the entrepreneurial space. Let's talk a little bit more about bathrooms, because everywhere else there's a lineup for the women's bathroom, and it's who designs buildings and makes them the same size. But in all seriousness, you talked about the challenges that women entrepreneurs face. Do you have some insight for other entrepreneurs joining us tonight for how to address those challenges, whether it's you're a woman, you're a young entrepreneur, whatever the challenge might be? What would your insight be for addressing those?
I think for everybody it's a little bit different, but I think finding your comrades in arms, so to speak. So finding other women, working with groups like the Alberta Women Entrepreneurs were wonderful. I'm also a queer entrepreneur, so I have the privilege of working with the Canadian Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce. And again, those kind of groups just go so far in helping each other. So to me, I think, that's one of the best parts, is when you can find community.
Now, your business was started like a lot of others when you saw a need and you took steps to fill it. And lots of people have ideas, right? How many of us have gone like, oh, I thought of that. I didn't carry through with the patenting and all the things. So what characteristics actually make a successful entrepreneur?
Oh, you know what? I think there's a lot of them. In particular, I would say determination, because there are about 1,000 exits off of this road and everybody's tempted to take one. The other is definitely courage, particularly if you're going to be in innovation, because it's not iteration. There's no path. You have to be willing to take risk. And I think those two together, determination and a willingness for risk, take you a long way.
That green philosophy of your company is right there in your title. It's a big part of what you do. And as we move into economic recovery here in Alberta, how critical will that green sector be, do you think?
I think it's actually going to be quite crucial. I mean, there's a number of different things that come into play. Obviously, batteries, we manufacture smart batteries. So that's, my particular take. But when we look at the greening of the economy and more electric vehicles coming online and things like that, the ability to create or generate clean electricity becomes just that much more crucial. And I personally see Alberta as an energy province. So, if you're not aware, it's actually one of the best places in Canada for solar, and Southern Alberta for wind. So, we're already well set, and we're certainly familiar with energy.
All right, well, some business ideas in there for sure. Connie, nice to see you and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Congratulations to our 2021 Woman Entrepreneur of the Year, Growing Greener Innovations from here in Edmonton. Well, turning now to the Young Entrepreneur Award of Distinction, an award that recognizes, as the name suggests, young entrepreneurs who best exemplify leadership, innovation, and growth potential. They show a high level of awareness, they demonstrate commitment to the wider community, and they engage in continuous learning. They're the change makers, the up-and-comers, the future leaders of our business world. So please do welcome back Rosetta Taylor, Chair of the Alberta Chambers of Commerce, to present the Young Entrepreneur Award of Distinction.
All right. As with all entrepreneurs, there will be a story of hard work, commitment, and a vision behind each of tonight's remarkable nominees. Their businesses are growing, and as individuals, they often demonstrate leadership far and beyond their years of engaging in continuous learning and other improvement opportunities. These opportunities are designed to advance the economic, social, and environmental aspects of the enterprise and communities in which they operate. So the finalists for the 2021 Young Entrepreneur Award of Distinction are Evoke Inspired Marketing Medicine Hat, Infinity Dance Incorporated Medicine Hat, JJ Pressure Management Nisku, Local Laundry Calgary, and We Wild Ones Calgary. This is always so exciting. It's like you need a drum roll, right? All right, so your 2021 Young Entrepreneur Award of Distinction category. Oh, so exciting. It has 2 winners. From Calgary, Local Laundry, and also from Calgary, We Wild Ones. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm quite speechless. I don't think we expected this at all. One of the things we always say in our business is any idiot can start a t-shirt company because we're living proof. And that's exactly what happened. When you Google search how to start a t-shirt company, sometimes hard work can lead you to that. But a really big thank you to the Alberta Chamber of Commerce for organizing the awards and for sponsoring this Young Entrepreneur Award of Distinction Award specifically. And in speaking for myself and on behalf of myself and Connor, my business partner, we're absolutely honored to receive the awards. Big congratulations to the other finalists. There were some incredible businesses in there, and again, we did not expect to win at all. But when we started this company, we set out to make a positive impact in our local community, which has been incredibly rewarding. And we set a goal of raising $1 million to local charities by 2030. And we're slowly but surely working towards achieving that goal. each and every day through the sale of Canadian-made garments for social good. Thanks to the Alberta Chamber of Commerce for the award and really for recognizing the impact that we've made. In March of last year, we were a full-time team of 1. Today, we're a team of 5, and I've no doubt that if things continue as the way they are, we'll be at a team of 10 before we know it. And this award wouldn't be possible without our absolutely incredible team. This is entirely thanks to them. So thank you everyone very much for the recognition.
And congratulations. So your website says your business was started when your founder lost a fight with a laundry machine. So I feel like there's a story there.
Yeah, so our original founder, Connor, he actually founded the idea when he was doing his MBA in Sweden. And in Sweden, he lived in a very tiny little apartment where you could actually reach the laundry machine from the bed. And it really sparked an idea when he was doing his studies and living abroad, which why can't all of our laundry be local? One of the stats that he likes to use is that in 1989, over 75% of clothing consumed in Canada was made in Canada. Fast forward to 2015, and less than 5% of clothing consumed in Canada was made in Canada. And obviously there's some pretty significant environmental and social impacts that has globally in terms of how the fashion industry does some pretty big harm to both the environment, but also socially to individuals. And so by onshoring all of our production, which we did in 2018, made the decision to move all of our manufacturing back to Canada. We're doing our best to try and reduce our environmental footprint.
So you talked about raising $1 million for charity, and you talked about, bringing all of your entire process here to Canada. Those steps would seem to, frankly, make it more difficult to make a profit. So it must be very important to you ethically to do those things. Whereas we see other companies, we talk about fast fashion, right? The cheapest possible route. And so what is the reaction you get from a customer who says, I have to pay a little bit more for your t-shirt, but it's an ethical buy, I guess would be the proposition.
Yeah, it is. And we're slowly starting to see more of the market move towards that, right? There's a lot of pressure, especially on the bigger brands, to have more of an eco-conscious and socially conscious approach. We've seen the factory collapses, we've seen the horrible conditions we've seen made. So I think slowly but surely the market is moving towards that. I think in only a matter of time, it's simply going to be table stakes that you are producing a more ethical and socially conscious garment. So to us, it's part of what we should be doing. Again, we set out to try and make an impact with the company, and that's our goal. Yes, we're not the most profitable fashion brand out there, that's for sure. But we'd like to think we're one of the more impactful ones. And for us, we feel that that's valuable enough that if we can still turn a profit at the end of the year and still continue to grow, we're happy.
So you've won this Young Entrepreneur Award, and you've done it, putting your vision behind your business and putting your ethics out in front. What would you say to other young people who are thinking about potentially becoming an entrepreneur? It is a very brave thing. What would you say to someone who's maybe wondering if they have what it takes?
Our advice has always been just to start. Our company simply started with a Google search, which led to a YouTube video where we watched a video on how to create an online clothing store. And we never thought we'd be here. So just start, see what happens, see where it can take you. And the other thing I'll say too is that you're going to be spending a lot of time on this business, right? There's hours and hours and hours that you're going to be giving into it. So why not make it something that's impactful, that's going to be rewarding, and is going to be something that you're actually going to enjoy spending time on and be able to leave, a little bit of a legacy behind when you're done.
Well said. Well, congratulations on your award tonight.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Local Laundry. And I'm told we do not have someone from We Wild Ones with us, but they are a really cool business as well in the childcare space, looking very heavily at talking to kids about nature and environmental responsibility, and really putting those practices into place throughout their whole business as well. So We Wild Ones in Calgary and Local Laundry are your Young Entrepreneur Award of Distinction recipients tonight. Whew, can you tell I spent some time in the sun today? Well, we have arrived, ladies and gentlemen, at the finale of tonight's celebration, where one of the finalists selected from any award category will be recognized for their excellence with the Alberta's Best of Business Award of Distinction. This award is presented to the Alberta business that best embodies the Alberta advantage, with elements of achievement and leadership excellence, as well as their ongoing involvement in their local communities and in our province. To present this year's Alberta Best of Business Award, please welcome back to the stage the chair of the Alberta Chambers of Commerce, Rosetta Taylor.
All right. Every year, many businesses step up to help and give the leaders of our community the recognition that they deserve for demonstrating excellence through our province. I would like to say thank you to all the supporters of tonight's awards and to recognize that Alberta's Best of Business Award honors the character and contributions which made this evening possible. And so it is my very special honor to present this award on behalf of business, to distinguish the best of class amongst our community. Please give a round of applause for the 4 finalists in this distinguished category this year. Genesis Center, Calgary. Home Hardware Building Center, Lloydminster. Rusticana Grocery, Canmore. And We Wild Ones, Calgary. And it is my pleasure to announce the 2021 Alberta's Best of Business Award of Distinction recipient, Home Hardware Building Center, Lloydminster.
I'm Tasha. I'm here with my sister, Sarah. We are a family-run business. Thank you to the Alberta Chambers of Commerce for this recognition, and congratulations to all of the nominees and finalists this evening. We have all been through one hell of a year. It's been our honor and privilege to serve our community for the past 22 years, and especially during COVID, as a customer service organization, as an essential business. Our team really stepped up to provide a safe and reassuring presence for our customers and for our community. And it has always been our goal to be more than a store. We always ask ourselves, what else do we have to give? We have a space, we have reach, we have a voice. And we've used that to help other entrepreneurs in our community get a step up, get noticed, get recognized. And we've worked with actually we're with some of the Lloydminster nominees tonight, and we've had relationships with all of them. They're all amazing organizations in Lloydminster, and the Lloydminster business community is a great support, and we all made it through this past year together. It's an incredible honor to receive this award. Thank you very much.
Oh, and congratulations. And I love how Lloydminster is coming together. For a second, I thought, wait a minute, are they in the Pilates studio too? Now I got it. I got it now. And I love how you're supporting each other. It's wonderful. So of course, so many great businesses here tonight that have been nominated and recognized. Do you think there's one thing that drives your philosophy that makes you stand out as a best of business? What is it that really sets you apart?
One of our mottos at the store is to be helpful. And we really took that to heart, especially this past year. A lot of the things our customers needed this past year were essentials like hand sanitizer, bleach, paper towels, and there was an increased push, but behind that push was also uncertainty and fear. So we tried to be a calming voice. We made a lot of TikToks and weird, funny memes and just us late at night joking to try to provide a comfort and a familiarity, because we were operating business as normal as we could. So that be helpful came into play with the essentials, but also with the connections that we have with our community and with our customers.
It, as you noted, has been just such a tough year for so many businesses. But I think it also provided, I've heard from businesses that it's provided some lessons as well, perhaps some things that we didn't have to do before that we will do going forward. Are there any unexpected lessons that you learned that you may take forward in your business practice?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we were forced to make so many changes so quickly and to think on our feet. And our staff pulled together, and we had so much new innovation and ideas come to life because of COVID, and things like we started an online store virtually overnight as well that we hadn't had before.
This award in part recognizes a business's character, and we can see there's such a supportive character in Lloydminster, and you talk about you know, having fun. How, if your business was a person, if your business was a character, how would you describe them, you know, when it comes to uh-oh, wait a minute, is this still a family show? I'm not sure.
We definitely like to have fun. We definitely like to make jokes on social media with our customers. We have a bit of back and forth with them, which is really rewarding, because sometimes on social media, when we weren't able to see each other in person as much, you could feel a disconnect, but we really didn't. We really felt a coming together and got to know a lot of our customers more intimately that way. They're tagging us in funny memes they wanted us to share.
Comedy and lightheartedness and humor have gotten us through this year,
Yes.
for sure, both with each other as a family, with our staff, and with our customers.
Oh, well, that sounds like a wonderful way to do it. Shout out to Lloydminster, and enjoy your evening there together, everyone. I'm so pleased to see everybody together celebrating these awards.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations again to Home Hardware Building Center Lloydminster, this year's recipient honored as Alberta's Best of Business. So again, a huge congratulations to all of the nominees tonight, all the winners tonight. That was the final award of the evening, but we do have another prize to give out before we wrap up. And this is fun. This is a trivia challenge for you. The first attendee to comment with the correct answer in the chat box is going to win our other $100 gift card. So here is your trivia question tonight. Who was last year's Alberta's Best of Business Award winner? And there's a hint here, but I don't know. Will you need the hint? So last year's Best of Business Award winner, and I'm kind of watching the chat, but I'm also going to defer to Jill with ACC here. Okay, so the hint is you might find the answer on the ABAD website. And now it's become a contest of fast Googling. Who can Google the fastest? Oh, hold on. Okay, I've got one. Am I waiting for, Jill, I think I'm waiting for confirmation.
Yeah, you're good to go.
I'm good to go. Okay, the first one I see is Dustin from Local Laundry, Goodfish Lake Business Corporation. That is the correct answer. Congratulations, Dustin, you're $100 richer.
Fast fingers, thank you.
Right, good Googling, well done. So we do have a surprise $100 gift card to give away with another trivia question, just because you've all been so wonderful tonight. How many, this is the question here, how many time zones are in Canada? First correct answer in the chat box gets a $100 gift card to a local business of your choice. And if you're like me, you're probably going to forget one. Or maybe you're just throwing numbers in there. Oh, wait, who said 6? Travis. Travis Como. Well done. The correct answer is 6: Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern, Atlantic, and Newfoundland. Hey, Travis, how you doing? Are you muted?
I'm good now. How are you doing?
I'm good. Where are you?
Currently in California.
Like California, Alberta? Like
No,
Sacramento,
no.
Alberta? Are you on a level? What's that?
Newport Beach.
Oh, how wonderful. Okay, well, I'm gonna sound like my mother for a second here, but what's the weather like?
Oh, beautiful. You'd love it.
There we go. Well, it's too hot here, so oh my goodness. Okay, nobody has any sympathy for Travis. Travis, tell us why you're joining us tonight. Is there a particular business you're here in support of?
Yeah, supporting Kinetisense today.
Oh, wonderful. All right, well, you're now $100 richer with a gift card to a local business, and enjoy California.
Thank you very much.
All right, take care. Travis, everybody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this evening as much as I have. As noted earlier, this was the 30th annual Alberta Business Awards of Distinction. And what a powerful reminder tonight of just the great stories and great people from all across the province that are bringing communities and sectors together. And we have seen tonight really that Alberta is just filled with passionate entrepreneurs contributing to the success of our province in so many ways. We've seen the enthusiasm, the resilience of the businesses and individuals right in our own backyard. And I don't know about you, but it makes me even more grateful to call Alberta home. We've continued this as a virtual event format this year, so please give a collective round of applause, either like we've been doing all night off to the side just because it's kind of fun to do, or applaud in whichever way you like in the chat for all of the organizers, the contributors, the award sponsors. Tell them in the chat box how you feel about their contributions tonight. They've put a lot of time and energy in to putting this event together. A personal thank you from me to the team at ACC and at Infinite for making my job so very easy, and to Ken for inviting me to be part of this tonight. It certainly has been a wonderful experience getting to know some of these businesses. So thank you again for joining us and recognizing the successes, the achievements of Alberta's business community. Thank you to everyone who's been working so hard in our current climate to build a great future for our province. Congratulations to all of the finalists and award recipients. This evening really is a testament to how much you do to keep Alberta business strong. So let's give one last virtual round of applause to all of this year's finalists. And please have a great evening, a successful year. We do hope to see you at next year's celebration, hopefully in person. Thank you for having me, and take care, everyone.